Jaime travels so much, he has his own time zone. Yeah, I should. Jaime looks buff. Never mind, it's his extra small t-shirt. Blah, blah. Is that NVI sense? Fidget spinner T for iPhone 11 Pro review. Yes, please, somebody make it. Forget triple cameras and bezel-less screens. This is the year of weird phone names. Oh my god, yes, but they've been worse. You're just probably too young. That's right, it's that time of the week. I am Jaime Rivera. This is Pocketnow, and yes, I know you daily from yesterday. Too many iPhone news, man. It was pointless to do a video of two of the same thing twice. Anyways, let's go through the Pocketnow Daily Recap. Your comments for this week. On Monday, the topic was OnePlus 7T and 7T Pro, though we're still not sure about that 7T Pro. Thing about it is, we had weird times for a launch. One was one date, the other was another date, depending on the region. It just didn't make sense. I asked you if you're looking forward to this phone. We had 349 comments. After Apple event, OnePlus B. This is the smoothest OnePlus ever. They've always had a smoother phone than pretty much everybody else. Of course, OnePlus is one of the most appealing brands at this moment. I do have to agree, I don't necessarily like their work when it comes to cameras. I'm hoping that their next generation phones do a better job, but in absolutely everything else, man, they own it. OnePlus 6T is $500 right now, and 7 Pro, I believe, is $700. Hopefully they make the 7T around $600 to $650. That's gonna be a very interesting position, because usually OnePlus will keep the Pro variant, the first generation variant that's not the T for longer at a discount, but then that's the Pro, and what if we don't get a Pro 7T, because that name would also be weird. I don't know, we'll see. After the iPhone 11, the question has been whether OnePlus will also drop their prices, or they settle for the current pricing strategy. That is the best comment of the week. Yes, Apple dropped the price of the iPhone 11 for $50, $699. It makes it really hard to compete with that, particularly with how good those cameras are. I'll have a video on that soon. They are really good. So yeah, I mean, Apple is like really hitting hard with that price. Then Tuesday, the topic was the Google Pixel 4, Pixel 4 XL. We've been waiting for when we're gonna get this phone. Still don't have any details, but finally Google revealed October 15th, set your calendars. I asked you if you care about this phone at all. I mean, yes, we've got so many rumors regarding it, but not much excitement. We had 389 comments. Yep, I do care about the Pixel 4. I had most of the Nexus devices. It would be nice to get back into that ecosystem again. Well, you shouldn't have left. It's been great, but not necessarily the best in certain areas. I mean, it's not that the phones are bad, it's just they're priced too high, in my opinion, for what you get. Leaked transcript. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Google event. That's it. Pre-order start XXX. Thanks for everything. I think that's the way the event is gonna go, unless they come up with some radical design and they've been doing controlled leaks of something that's completely the opposite, which wouldn't be the first time it happens. It happened, if you remember, with the iPhone 5S. No, with the iPhone 5, we were expecting a full teardrop design. Didn't happen, and when we least expected, boom, it was a completely different phone. Could be that. I can't remember the last time I was excited about a Pixel. I don't blame you. I mean, I don't think I've ever really been excited for a Pixel. I'm excited for the software and for so many things, but I think the last time that I was excited about a Google phone, it was the Nexus 6P. Awesome camera showdown. Pixel 4 versus iPhone 11 Pro versus Mate 30 Pro versus Note 10 Plus. Ooh, that's gonna be a really good one. I can already almost predict who's gonna win, and believe it or not, it might not be the Mate 30. Then on Wednesday, something weird happened because, well, again, we hear that there is a possibility that there is either not going to be a OnePlus 7 Pro variant, or it's not coming to the United States, and it's really weird. And I asked you, I mean, what's up? What do you think about that whole possible strategy? We had 549 comments. More and more phones not coming to the US, that's not good. Man, you have to blame carriers. I feel that carriers are not necessarily making the market easier. They have too much control over what gets sold, and there are so many great phones out there that you don't get to see. OnePlus will never get decent market share when they limit the market. have not been able to buy OnePlus in the land down under Australia since the Plus 2, almost without importing one. Yeah, distribution is a problem, and, it depends on the possible target of the market. So it's, in the case of OnePlus, they're not necessarily a large operation, and therefore, I get it. I get why there's no distribution in Australia, but yeah, it is a problem. Maybe the OnePlus 7 Pro is already doing well enough, and OnePlus doesn't want to hurt its sales with an unproven device. So here's the way the tea works. Usually, by the month number 6, products have already lost any sort of relevance, or, not enough, and so companies have to really sell them for cheap. Like right now, Pixel 3 is like $300. You could buy it for the same price of the Pixel 3a, to give you an idea. And so having a refresh cycle every 6 months just keeps their brand in relevance. It's not necessarily the most economic approach because they bring a new processor every single time, but for all those RAM chips and everything that they ordered for the original that didn't get sold, it's a good way to spruce up sales one more time. So trust me, it's a good business strategy. And then finally, Friday, the Huawei Mate 30 Pro was released with the obvious caveat that you're not getting Google services, that there are certain limitations as to what you get. But regardless of that, the phone looks great. The phone performs great. Our experience so far, Anton has told me he's really impressed. I was just missing Google services, but absolutely everything else is great, and you can download Google services in so many different ways. So I asked you, do you care about this product? We had 510 comments. Well, grab the Mate 30 Pro. I can always download APK files for apps. Exactly. I think that it's a great phone. You can download the services and you're there. It's just obviously not for the average consumer. That camera and design worth the price if they deliver as advertised. In the case of Huawei, I actually say the opposite. They've usually delivered more than advertised, which speaks highly of a company for what they've done lately. So I have to give them props for that. I think Huawei should reduce the prices as a compensation for the Google app inconvenience. Yes, that is one thing I do not like about the Mate 30 Pro. It's $1,100. That's too much money. I'm not saying that the phone is not worth being more expensive than other competitors out there. I just don't feel any phone should cost $1,000 or €1,000. It's the price of a lot of computers. I mean, it's double the price of your typical powerful computer. I don't agree with the price point. I have to agree with that. I would still love to have one of them, but feel very down that such bans on a company who is really beating up everyone on technology use. Consumers like me are suffering off it ultimately. Yes, definitely bans are not good for any company, and particularly at a time when which country came up with the whole concept of trade. So it's not Huawei's fault that they came up with a better product than many. I do understand what's going on, but you get the point. It's a little more complicated than that, and definitely consumers are the ones affected. That's it for the Pocketnow Daily Recap. Thank you so much for watching. If you want your comments to be featured, keep them short, stick to the point, and try to get some thumbs up. It helps us spot them a lot easier. You can also follow us on social medias. Our extended coverage happens on Instagram, and follow me on my personal handles to see what I do with these phones. One more time, let us know, would you like a B channel, a separate channel where the recap and other assets from Pocketnow would live, and that way we could deliver a video consistently and not worry about the volume of videos that we have. I would really love to know what you think. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like what you saw. I'm Jaime Rivera. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next week.